He's James Collins.
He is Alec Cranston, and this is the
Matter of Fax podcast.
The Matter of Fax podcast brings you the unsung heroes, the unsung stories, news and happenings from across our wonderful city that you maybe thought happened but didn't quite know the truth behind.
And get you all in the loop on what's going on, what's to come, and what can we be prepared for.
Happy holidays, Alec.
Happy holidays to you as well, James.
It's that very merry time of year, and we're very grateful you're joining us back on the Matter of Fax podcast. It's our December episode. We have 2 people with us and a dog, or 3 extra people with us. Dogs are humans too.
Very, very special guests. We look forward to this episode every year. We call it the wives episode, but Jenna's not my wife yet, so it's the Wivance episode. We got a wife and we got a fiance.
Wivance.
Wivance. I thought about that
God.
this morning. Come on. Yes, we are joined by our better halves, and Taka is here as well. We're very happy to have him. He is back for a second year in a row. He looks thrilled to be here.
I'm thrilled to be joined by my spouse, the love of my life, and Jen.
So Tucker's your spouse?
Oh, you choose Tucker over
Didn't think
me.
that one through.
yo.
Choose Tucker over me.
I wasn't sure where he was
going
going with
there.
that, but
Me or Tucker at a push. Titanic, you can only take one of us.
well, you can defend yourself.
Okay,
Yeah, that's true,
good.
James. You could probably figure it out. I'm also joined by my better half, Jenna. She was here last year along with Jen. We had a great time, and looking forward to having them back on again and talk some Christmas stuff.
Now, we are going to preface this by saying that we'd had a couple of pops before the show last year, and we were a little looser. We're a little more robotic today. But
We're
I
tighter
think
this time.
we're a little bit tighter, a bit stiffer. I think as we get moving, things will get a little loosen up. But we had been out drinking merrily, and we had booze in the studio last year. But we've upped our podcast game, haven't we?
Yep, a bit more classy now, I would
We've
say.
now gone. We only had 15 listeners before. Now we're at 18. We're playing a much more serious game.
18 more listeners, and it's actually just my Uncle Jeff created 3 extra accounts to subscribe to us.
It's been a big year.
Remember when websites used to have counters on them years ago? Remember those, Jen? And people would
Yes.
go and refresh their website.
I knew about that.
That was on
I knew about
GeoCities.
that.
Yeah, GeoCities, just so you
GeoCities, yeah.
have viewers. So we're gonna do some festive fun today. We got a couple of traditions. We call them traditions. It's only the second year we've done them. We've got some new things. Has everybody had an interesting year? I won't say a good year, an interesting year. We're all a year older. We're all still here. Alec has just got wrinkles and bags under his eyes. He hasn't shaved in days, as you can see on the cameras.
I'm in rough shape.
Yeah, but 2023. It's a year, I suppose.
It is a year. Doing good. It's been a good year. It's actually kind of felt like it's kind of gone by somewhat quickly. I do remember like it was yesterday, us all in the studio. Where did we go beforehand? Oh, Garrison. Garrison Brewery. That was a good
Because we had the
time.
dog with
Solid
us.
spot.
Yeah, because Tucker was there. That was awesome. It's been a good year. A lot going on. I guess since the last time we recorded this, Jen and I got engaged.
It's been a big year.
We weren't engaged by then.
Oh, I thought you were engaged.
No, because we got engaged in January on our cruise.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Wow. So yeah,
Congrats.
things have big changes. Yeah.
Engaged, house.
Yeah, we bought a house as well. So
Babe.
no.
And that's it.
And that's where we stop. No.
That's where Wrap it up.
We're actually planning our wedding today, doing some wedding planning. So it's been.
But you are still getting married.
I think.
Yeah,
She did
it's-
ask me today. She was like, "You still want to do this? Like, you're sure?" And I was like, I mean, like we're in too deep with
Well,
this
we had 2
now."
weddings for the price of one, didn't we? As we told everyone last year. So maybe you'll get 2 weddings too.
Who
Just got to
who knows?
screw the
Lucky
first
us.
one up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think we should go and see how crazy and insane the crane is. Did you want to do that? We've got a good one this month.
I would love.
It
to.
is insane.
Insane is the crane. Insane is the crane. Insane is the crane. Kinda insane like the crane.
Insane as the crane. And today's story and our holiday themed episode centers around something a little close to home. Colby Village, Nova Scotia, is Santa Lane, where I think it's over 100 blown up Santas are riddled across the lawns of homeowners in the area. What started out as about 20 or 30 of neighbors quickly getting all these Santas up on their lawns, turned into 50, turned to 70, and then went up to 100. I think the actual count is around 130 extra large Santas up there. It's pretty cool, and they all have really nice light shows going on as well, but I think that's a pretty cool and interesting thing. There's another part of it as well where they've kind of turned this into a bit of a good cause, where they now have volunteers that are now stationed at the entrance to the community to collect donations to Feed Nova Scotia. There's also many houses that are also displaying signs on their front lawn featuring QR codes that can direct visitors to the charity's website. So as of a few days ago, they're nearing $10,000 for Feed Nova Scotia, which is unbelievable. And we're only early in December. These large Santas will be up surely the rest of the month and maybe even a bit longer. Yeah, pretty interesting. And I imagine they're going to get a lot of donations because a lot of people are driving up and down Colby Village to take a look.
Well, they'll probably need to use those donations to pay their power bills, considering what Nova Scotia Power are charging today.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think it's a wonderful cause, but I'm a bit of a Scrooge sometimes this time of year.
I can absolutely confirm that.
I don't embody, not having children. We don't see Christmas the way a lot of people do. We don't get exposed to Christmas the way a lot of people do. I don't know. I just think it's odd. The cause is good. I believe
absolutely.
We should, but do you have to put the Santas up?
I would do it.
Well, I would do it. How are they raising money?
Good-hearted people would donate.
But they're only coming that way because of the Santas.
They're not just driving down a random road.
I wouldn't
to
just
stare at nothing.
Okay, let me put it this way. If there were 40 houses in a row and someone knocked my door and said, "Are you putting one up because the house next to you is?" No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to Costco and buying the same thing that you've all bought and putting it up in my front garden.
Oh, no.
But I'll give money to the food bank.
The irony is this guy saying this, where the cameras are on, this guy's saying this with a Santa hat on.
This is it. I'm trying to make myself feel festive tonight.
Understood.
Christmas just disrupts everything.
So if you were driving down the street and you saw the 150 Santas, it would bother you? It wouldn't be like,
wow. I'd like a personal attack.
Like a horror movie for you?
I'd want the students at Dal to form a solidarity group for me and have a march down Spring Garden.
He gets fully upset every year around Christmas.
Oh my God.
We're driving and Jen goes, "Oh, isn't that pretty?" And I'm like, it's a waste of resources.
Oh, what do you got? You have any you guys have any decorations up?
Oh, I put them up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that.
Yeah.
Alec, what do you think of this?
And Jenna can attest to this. I am huge into Christmas and into decorations and into doing that kind of stuff. So I would probably be not number 50, not number 70 for doing this. I'd be the first person probably putting this Santa up. I probably would have been the guy starting this. I love it.
You'd be forming the Facebook group and trying to rally the neighbors?
Absolutely. And if someone came and knocked on my door and said, "Hey, we're getting all these Santas, you want to join in?" I would do it. I actually probably put a couple Santas up just to make a statement that I love it. I've actually wanted to put an inflatable up in our lawn. At first I did. At first I thought, I'm going to put up all these inflatables. Our lawn's going to be cool, whatever. But then once we started putting up the warm lighting that Jenna wanted, and I love, it's really nice, I was like, ooh, I kind of like this. This is like kind of classy. It's kind of nice. Maybe I'll stick away from putting up an inflatable.
If it were up to Alec, we would have the corniest decorations from top to bottom, inside and outside of our house. When we walk through Home Depot, Canadian Tire, Costco, he points out the silliest things ever, and he wants to spend all of his money on it.
Like full-on nativity scene you should get.
That's what he wants. He's pointed it out multiple times.
I want to do a full Santa's workshop in my front lawn. Now I thought two things though. No,
I think you should.
No, I know. I thought
I'm busy that night though.
No, I thought. So I was like, ooh, Santa's workshop. Then I also thought, okay, well, we also it'd be like Santa's workshop, it'd be inviting, but I'm like, we don't have kids, so it might come across I thought it would come across creepy at that point if I had like a lawn that was like inviting to all the kids in our street when we don't even have kids ourselves.
It's a good point.
So I stopped myself there and I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. But she's right. Like we went to Home Depot and there was a talking reindeer, like looked like a reindeer, and then a big talking Santa, which we will have one day. Once I get the basement all cleaned up, I will have most of my like knick-knack.
Okay, you need to send pictures.
I will send you photos along with the other ones I send twice a week. But I will have everything you could ever imagine for Christmas.
Won't be the only 4-foot green thing you've sent me.
There is I saw a 4-foot Yoda at. So speaking of 4-foot.
Oh, you call it Yoda now, do you? It was Maxwell's plum last time.
Hey yo. No, what else did I see that was really cool? Anyways, just.
Oh, a bare lawn at Christmas that no one had destroyed with tacky decorations.
That was yours.
We have a very classy string of lights on our door.
That's good.
Jen,
That's all he allows.
120 fairy lights on a
I had to
single
put them
string.
up when he was at work.
Oh, so what happens is I go and Jen decorates because
Yeah.
I just start saying,
That's fair.
shouldn't put that up.
Well, last year we tried to put lights up and the neighbors came over to see if we were okay because we were fighting so much.
Oh, we got very close to divorce.
We did.
Third wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
We do all right.
That's what I'm aiming for, so we'll see.
I had to take a few sets of lights back that you weren't overly pleased with. But
It's first time with a house. We're not sure what we want. To be fair, if you would have put those up, I don't think you would have liked them either.
No,
was
I
it
wouldn't.
was it the color of them you didn't like? Or?
Yeah. They're too
Yeah.
bright. Like they're like
A little
LED,
bright.
Oh,
LED
yes.
warm white.
Were they? Oh, they were warm, not the cool, because the cool ones are piercing.
Yeah, no, we like the warm.
She
yeah,
likes,
that's
like,
what we
the
like.
warm.
Yeah.
incandescent. Is that how you pronounce it?
Mm.
Incandescent. That's what we ended up going with because the LEDs are a little bit too bright. Anyways, look great. We got like these like snowflake icicle looking thingies, and we got another string wrapped around our deck, and then I got a little pathway of them leading from our front steps to our car.
Can I come over and take a look?
This is
Anytime you want.
gonna
James's
piss you
worst
off so
nightmare
bad.
right now. He's
Dude.
sweating.
He's gonna hate it.
Let me know when you're coming. I'll make it even worse. I'll put more. I'll put an
Yeah.
inflatable Santa with his pants down for you. But circling back legitimately to the Santa Clauses, I know we can agree to disagree, but I love it. I would be all over it.
Truce.
I do see one side of it. I do see that like I think it is a nice part of Colby Village, so it might not be like people will be like, oh whatever, I'll get another Santa. But if the pressure's on that you have to get one, like if your person next to you has one, they have one, you don't, and they're like, oh, you better go get one or else you're the odd person out. You don't
public.
Wanna,
It's
So
public
if all
if you
your
don't
coworkers
participate.
started
Yeah,
if all your coworkers started smoking, would you guys smoke? You don't have to get.
I only started.
You don't have to
Peer
get an
pressure is
inflatable
real.
just
I-
because your neighbors do. You don't have to get an inflatable.
I know. I only started smoking because of you.
Oh, I
'Cause
got you on
started.
the habit.
You got me on the habit. It is what it is. But I would give into the public pressure of
Mhm.
not having.
Not
the
because you
snowman.
want it.
Not because
of
I want it,
course.
but because I'm the only one without the snowman.
But a good cause, and I support the
Yeah.
cause. So I think in favor, ultimately, this room is in favor of Colby Village's
Yay!
not at all tacky Christmas display.
I'm in favor, and we should probably go take a drive.
Here,
We live
here.
out that way. I don't know why we haven't taken a drive of it yet.
Yeah, no.
Maybe tonight.
Okay.
Cool. Well, it's messy tonight, actually. Maybe the Santas
Yeah,
are
maybe
blowing
another
around
night.
tonight.
That's so true.
Yeah, they don't have 130 anymore.
No,
This-
130 blowing Santas. I mean, what?
Oh,
Then I
you'll
would
be there.
Then I would be visiting house to house. I'm starting at the end of that street and going right down the
Maybe
end.
James will go tonight.
Hope 90-year-old Maisie's in number 84.
Oh.
So for the last time this year, we're going to round up Reddit with the Reddit Roundup.
Haligonians losing their minds over minor inconveniences.
So we got an interesting one, a really interesting one. This popped up a little while ago and struck me as interesting, and I'm pleased that it's now in season and we can talk about it. This is a month old. So
27 days, actually.
27 days, okay.
Sorry.
No, we're all cool. It's titled $3.49 for a candy cane. Thanks, Sobeys, for making the holidays memorable. And true to form, there is a photograph there of candy canes. It says, compliments gourmet candy cane. $3.49. What's everyone's opinion on that?
I mean,
That's not shrinkflation or extortion. That's just outright robbery.
Well,
and I'm someone
like
who
I wouldn't
embodies the
have.
spirit of Christmas. It's my favorite time of year.
yeah, but
You
you're not
should-
looking at the weight of the candy cane.
Is
Well-
anybody looking at the weight of the candy?
Well, they are pretty big.
how many
She
grams?
said.
James, you had it zoomed at like 200x. What's the
56.
It's 56.
56?
I'd like to know
grams.
the relativity of that.
Apparently,
what's a
it's
normal
kind of like a
candy
chocolate
cane?
bar.
That's a good point. I know that
I
a
need to
Mars
know.
bar is one like 86 grams or something.
Wow, you
You
really
just
pulled
know
that
that
out
off the top of
Oh,
your head.
someone interesting. Someone named
Some niche
Brave.
information.
Someone named Brave _ swimming 7955 did say it's chocolate bar weight. $3.50 for an O. Henry wouldn't be a great price either. Probably the seasonal pick because there's a 400% markup. And then someone goes, but an O. Henry isn't a candy cane. They aren't made the same way or with the same ingredient. And then this guy Kijo Mac keeps fighting. The ingredients in a chocolate bar are probably more expensive. Aren't candy canes basically just sugar and a little bit of artificial flavor and color? You can buy a 2 kilogram bag of sugar for the price of this 56-gram candy cane, but chocolate is never so cheap. And someone goes, well, it is gourmet.
This is crazy.
It is a gourmet.
I'm waiting to see my dad. With
He
a
probably
user
would pipe
here
in on
fighting about gourmet candy
Oh,
canes.
so-
So we got to
gourmet
backtrack
candy
here. Well, what's the context there? Is he a gourmet aficionado on?
Oh no, he's just he's an arguer.
Oh, he's
on
an arguer.
Facebook. Yeah.
He's
if
one
I'm
of
scrolling
those.
through Facebook, I might find a random thread that has now popped onto my feed because my dad is arguing with strangers from the States on insert
Oh.
any
Is he right wing, left wing, in the middle?
left wing.
Left. Good. Okay, so he's the
Yeah.
right wing.
Yeah, he's on
Well,
the right
he's standing
side,
up for
but,
what's important to him, which is,
yeah.
Christmas is the time to tell people you hate them at the same time, right? This is extortion. Now, I will update this story. I was filling up with gas, and I went to the gas station to pay a couple of days ago, and the same candy canes were now 39 cents. So they don't need to charge $3.49. They discounted them 90-odd%.
Damn.
So
It's definitely expensive. You can't argue that.
You mean
that
those
it's
the
not
big candy
expensive for a
canes? here?
those candy canes are in
Interesting.
there. Yeah.
So the consensus on Reddit seems to be that this is reasonable. And
Yeah, that's what
people
I'm
do
gathering.
not like the fact that this guy posted a grocery store photo. Can we all move on? Audio Shaman says.
That is the consensus. Everyone's
Yep.
because then some people saying that okay, if that's what you like to eat for your candy cane, then you can buy it. If you can't afford the $3.49 candy cane, go buy a pack of 100.
And then someone said, can we please move on and stop taking pictures of this stuff? And the guy just responded, not until the prices go down,
Oh,
which is a threat.
And someone else who since deleted their account probably had a wonderful username. Did you see? Is
This
the
is
one?
what I'm looking
Oh,
at.
you can read it. You can
I
read
was
it.
going to say, this has got to be my favorite comment. This is why I shoplift, and I am proud of it.
oh man.
Yeah, they deleted
That's fair.
their Reddit because the username was their home address.
Someone did say, oh, they're called Beast Coast Lifestyle.
Ooh.
Said they clearly say they're complimentary. And then Yanafit96 said, I worked at Sobeys for 6 years. The amount of people who tried to steal the reusable bags, they had a price on them, and say this when I pointed to the price tag baffled me. LOL. Just totally.
with this one.
This was
That's what I did. I came in with this 75-inch television. I'm just carrying it through the store.
I wanted to show everybody.
This guy just says his name's Pickles for Life.
Hmm.
It's a big candy cane, but for half the price of a cucumber seems a bit much. Are cucumbers
Why'd they choose a
$7?
cucumber of all
And also,
things?
yeah, that's my thought.
I don't think $7. That
For a
can't be
cucumber?
right. That sounds... now, if that was
Also,
the
why is
picture-
that the first thing that came to this guy's head? Oh, Pickles for Life. That's why.
He loves pickles. Anything to do with
I loved
pickles.
watching that twig with you then. You were like, why did he say that? Oh, okay. I just saw your
That'll be
eyes light
good
up.
material.
That was a
That'll be
full
good.
circle moment, for
Yeah.
sure.
I just don't know why they chose cucumber. Oh, because of the pickles. But
We both just got it.
Oh, my gosh.
God, $7 for a cucumber.
I felt like I did get
Do
that.
you
I
credit.
didn't
know
know
the
you bought
one
one.
unconventional use for a cucumber?
Okay.
No, spiralizing it and making noodles.
Yeah. I don't know how much cucumbers are. I never check, but I don't think they're that
I got to
much.
think like $2.
Right?
$2.
Maybe.
Maybe more.
James,
like
you
that.
must know.
Generally speaking, though, I think Sobeys
You're
are
gonna
very
roll.
overpriced. But this seems overblown.
If you don't like it, don't buy it. Like, I don't
About to drop
drive
him.
by the Audi dealership every day and feel affronted that they're selling an Audi for 130 grand.
Mm. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I just don't buy an Audi. I just keep driving.
Did you
so,
see the Reddit comment about that?
Yeah, that's the whole point I was making. Is
Oh.
you just...
I was like,
I
what
thought
a
it was a
coincidence.
coincidence.
no,
Yeah.
is you
That's what I was
just
like.
don't
No,
go
I thought
in.
it was amazing. I was like, oh my God.
Audi's
Maybe
on the
he
brain.
could
With that comment.
Okay,
What
so
was his
consensus
account?
around the table. We're going to go to a vote. $3.49 for a candy cane. Ridiculous or not? Just don't buy it, Jen.
Ridiculous, but just don't buy it.
Jenna.
Yeah, ridiculous. Don't buy it.
Alec.
Ridiculous. Don't buy it unless you like thick candy canes. Oh, I love doing our segments, James, and it's so much fun doing it with our special guests as well. But I thought for the holiday episode, we could get into a bit of a Christmas discussion of years past and present and kind of hear from everybody at the table sort of how you spend your holidays and how your holidays have been in the past and maybe what you like to sip on over the holidays as well.
What was your first question? Alec gave us a list about 2:00. I had a manic day today. I was tearing my hair out. I could have done with a lobotomy. And Alec sent a neat little running order of tonight's show, complete with a breakdown of everything. So that was a breath of fresh air.
I just thought it'd be helpful for you. I knew you had a busy day. You told me you had a busy day, so I thought
It was like
help.
music to my ears. So what do we got?
So my first question I'd like to propose to the table, and we can start with you, Jen. Your favorite holiday tradition. I'd like to know everyone's favorite holiday tradition, whether it's something to do with your family, with your friends, anything. Whether it doesn't be Christmas, it could be a New Year's thing.
I don't
just-
have any friends, so I'll just get that out of the way.
So
Yeah,
with
no.
James.
Yeah, besides, James and Tucker are my best friends. Favorite holiday tradition? Probably every year what did you just do, by the way?
I tended to cry with emotion.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
nice.
felt you doing something. Favorite holiday tradition? Every year we have a Christmas Eve party for our family and big buffet of food, lots of drinks. Tucker loves it. It's always really fun.
It's good. Yeah, I actually do like that. My favorite tradition is taking the tree down after Christmas. No, it's not. My favorite tradition is definitely the holiday party, the Christmas Eve party, because Jen put so much effort into it. And we've got a good rhythm now. We have a lot of people coming, but we still ask them to bring things. So we don't take everything on ourselves. Auntie Jane brings the meatballs, your dad bring beer, and your mother brings her hash brown potatoes.
My brother would bring like 4 beers. beers.
4 beers are already in his fridge.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to the podcast. So that's our tradition. Yeah. What about you guys?
For me, like own personal tradition, and we're gonna start some new ones now that we have a host. We want to start some new ones for our family and friends this year, so we're looking forward to that. For me, my favorite tradition around the holidays is every Christmas, usually on Christmas Eve or the day before, I have a big hockey game with all my friends. Some friends I grew up with, current friends, and it's something that's been going on. My dad started when he was, I guess when I was little, he had it with his friends at the Spryfield Arena. And then kind of as his friend group got older and he got older, they stopped doing it, passed it on to me. There was a bit of a transition year where there was like half my friends, half his friends. And then I fully took it over, and now we do it every year. This year it's on December 23rd. We're pretty excited. We usually go play a game of hockey, and then we go have a few, enjoyments afterwards.
That's nice. Not growing up here, I don't have the ability to take that kind of family and long-term friends thing. And I know a lot of people who have friendly traditions, and I think that's really nice. So
Yeah.
it's probably Jenna's tradition is you going for that too, because you get a few hours of peace
It's
and
crazy
quiet.
that he said that because I was going to say the exact same thing.
She's like,
Yeah.
when's it booked for?
Now,
How
do
long?
you watch Jenna and support him, or do you just say, see you later?
Yeah, you see, I've never gotten the invite for some crazy.
She wouldn't want to watch
crazy
that. What that
reason.
game turns into anyway.
Yeah,
not worth
Oh, I bet there's
no.
some bad language. You ruddy fool.
Yeah.
How dare you check me like that, you unappealing, unrefined gentleman. I shall tell you a new one later over a malted beverage.
There's nothing better when he does different accents than his
That
own.
was crazy. That came
That's
out
what
of
he sounded
nowhere.
like when I first met him.
Oh, hello, I'm 18.
He was very British.
This is how I speak. I've just put down my cup of tea and I'm wondering if I could extend an invite for you to date me.
Sounds like a pirate
That's him at
/ Ebenezer
Disneyland?
Scrooge kind of mix here.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good,
Actually,
though.
he sounded very Welsh when we first met.
Yeah.
But so
No
Jenna,
longer.
your tradition.
I think my favorite one is, and we haven't actually done it for a couple of years because of COVID, was my parents always had this massive Boxing Day party where it just got bigger and bigger and bigger every year with like me getting older and inviting all my friends and my 2 older brothers doing the same. At certain parties, they had a band there, and it was just turned into...
That's a party. That's not
it
just...
turned into a
Ours is
full-on
more
rager.
like get together with 15 people and drink.
I was
Yours is a
gonna say,
party.
I put
Oh,
YouTube
yeah.
on for the music.
No,
Oh,
this
we're
is
amateurs
like-
now, Jen. We're going to have to up our game.
Jenna's like, I have a band.
okay,
It was
so-
my
It
party.
was my uncle.
We got
Oh,
Bruce
okay.
Springsteen this
I
year, if
should
you can beat
preface.
that.
Oh, Michael Scott. Getting Bruce Springsteen
Yeah, we do. We got
tickets.
Bruce Springsteen. Yeah. Oh, we're on.
you don't say.
What was the prank you did when you went, or not prank, but you said something like, Paul McCartney's here. Was it an episode in the
Yeah,
podcast?
that was last Christmas.
Last
Yeah, I
Christmas.
was going to say that was
Yeah.
with us.
We'll have to start playing Huey Lewis in the news, don't we?
Yeah, because it's Huey Lewis that Michael Scott comes down to. It's not
Yeah.
Bruce. Okay, so we've had our Christmas traditions. What's next, Alec, on your big magical Christmas jolly holiday list
I like the way you said that.
of fun?
So my next one, and unfortunately this might roast some people out because it has a bit of a negative tone to it, but it could be funny. I want to know what your worst gift ever received was. James, how about you start with this one?
So mine, I had to think. Mine was a lottery ticket.
Okay.
It came from a neighbor of my grandfather's who ironically, she had lots of money herself, and she gave my brother and I a Christmas card with a lottery ticket in it. Now, this is a thing that people do because, the gift is the chance to win millions of dollars. To me, it was in the UK, so it was £1. You just spent £1 on a piece of paper at Christmas because the odds were very much stacked against me. Safe to say I did not win a thing. So screw that gift. Screw that gift.
All right. Jenna?
I had to think about this too because it is kind of low key roasting people, but I think I thought of my best one. So something that my family has started over the last, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years is doing Secret Santa across including Alec and my brother's wife and girlfriend and everybody. So it's a good little mix. And so we always set a $50, $100 limit. So 2 years ago, and I should preface by saying that my brother ended up getting me. He is a financial planner. His wife is a doctor.
5 hours of financial planning advice?
5 hours of financial planning advice. And so we're opening up our gifts, and I'm excited and open it up, and I have a reminder, $50 limit. I got a $15 Amazon gift card. $15 Amazon gift
So
card.
spendable is about $12.
Does
Yeah.
he
No,
listen
13,
to? Does he
14
listen to the
bucks.
podcast?
I hope so. I hope he.
This is
I hope he
Mitch.
hears.
Both do this.
Is,
Mitch,
can we
that's
name
for
him?
you.
This is Mitch?
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
Mitch,
Mitch.
yeah.
That's for you.
Okay, so I know Mitch a little bit. Come on, Mitch, step your game up, buddy.
$50 limit.
I think
That
you
is
bought
really
me.
sad.
We were at a
Yeah.
hockey game. Oh, we were at a basketball game. I think he bought me more than $15 of booze. I think he
likes
loves me
you-
more,
he-
Jenna.
He,
Wow.
likes you more. And you know what? I was easily able to guess that it was from him. So it
Oh,
was a
that's
good.
easy
It was a
guess.
good.
Oh, we've all got that
Good
person
Secret
where we're
Santa.
like cheapskate gift. Oh yeah, that was so and so.
Oh, that's you. That's you.
Yeah.
What was yours, Jennifer?
It took me a while to think, and then I remembered. I don't think my old boss listens to this podcast, but
That's why she's your old boss.
yeah, an old boss of mine gave me a $10 gift card to a place I didn't even like, and some leftover Lent truffles that I knew that she had bought in bulk for I can't say who they were for because it'll give it away who it is, but I knew that they were lying around the office and we could have them anyway, and that was my gift.
$10 is a hilarious gift card.
It was so sad. It was like the
That
saddest gift. I didn't know it was
That's
$10 because I actually didn't really look at it, and then later on I got the little receipt out and it said $10 loaded onto it. It was
Did
one of
you-
those 10 to 100 ones. She got the least amount. So
Did you ever use it?
I did about 7 years later, so it was worth about $2
There we
by
go.
that point.
There we go.
There you
Yeah.
go. I've never used the Amazon gift card to be
Just out of
to put
spite.
that out.
I eventually
Just to
used.
put that
I
out
eventually
there.
used
Oh.
the Amazon gift card.
Oh,
Okay.
you
Well, that's
did. Well,
good.
what was your worst Christmas gift?
My worst Christmas gift, and my mom and dad know this one. So when I was younger, how old would I have been? I would have been between. I've probably been like 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah, you probably 7 or 8.
Yeah, probably 7. Yeah, you
I think you
remember.
were 7.5.
Yeah.
No, you were 7.75. No,
Yes.
sorry, you were 7. You were 7.5.
Yeah, you remember.
Yeah.
I wanted a rocket ship for Christmas, and that's what I asked for. Was a rocket ship. And when I say I wanted a rocket ship, I was picturing like an actual rocket ship looking thing I could ride in. And so my mom thought, "Oh wow, this is the easiest Christmas ever. I'm going to get him a."
So you were expecting a functioning
Yeah, so I asked
rocket
for a
ship.
rocket ship, one that I could ride in. My brother could come in with me. That's what I was picturing. I was like, I want a rocket ship. And then so on Christmas Day, I'm opening my gifts. I get down, first thing I get downstairs, and I think, well, if they got me a rocket ship, I'm going to be able to see it right now because it's going to be huge. I'm looking. The biggest thing I see is a sled. I'm like, could that be? No, it's not. There's nothing there. My parents, Jen and I were talking about this on the drive here to the studio. Our parents both did similar things where you would think you were done with the gifts, and they would say, hey, something's in the office or
But
something.
wait, there's more.
But wait, I have more for you. There's something here and there, and it's a surprise. So I thought maybe that's what it was. But no. So I was opening all my gifts, and one of the gifts I received was about yay big, camera, about yay big. 2 little green aliens, about this big, with a little plastic rocket ship that they went in. Like this, it actually.
no.
Was
like,
this like Toy
No.
Story?
this is like
was
a
it
little.
the
No,
Toy
it wasn't.
Story
It was just
ones?
like a generic toy. Like
Oh, it wasn't even
brand.
Disney
No, she
branded.
couldn't. Mom couldn't even get me Disney. Come on, Mom. Just kidding, Mom. A generic toy, and so Mom. The way she describes it now is she thought she had the easiest Christmas. She's like, he wants a rocket ship. Like, there's thousands of types of rocket ship toys. Boom. So I got that. I was genuinely sad. I didn't get my rocket ship. What I really stupidly pictured was like a rocket ship built out of like a cardboard box. That would have did it for me.
Did you appear grateful, or were you that age where
I
you were
def-
like,
no, no,
this is ridiculous?
No, I was a good kid. I appeared grateful. My parents raised me well.
Santa
So-
shit the bed this year.
I appeared grateful and I was happy. And in the end, the sled was really cool. Anyways, it was all good. Good Christmas. And then was it last year or the year before? It's about a running joke, right? Like I eventually fully told Mom, and Mom was like, "Oh, that was the easiest Christmas. I didn't realize how bad I screwed up." And we laugh about it now. So then I was over there Christmas Eve. I forget if it was last Christmas or the year before.
I think it was last Christmas.
So then last Christmas, I'm having drinks at my parents, and out comes my mom with this big ass rocket ship like tent that they had bought on Amazon, like huge. And there's a picture of
So
me.
they rekindled the gift.
They rekindled the gift, and you know what? We'll make we can make like a funny reel or something of this because I have a really funny picture of me holding a drink inside this rocket ship. So full circle moment. I now have the rocket ship I was hoping for. It just took them 21 extra years.
And next year you're getting a SpaceX ticket
Oh,
to actually go with Elon Musk.
Elon himself is going to deliver it to me.
So we've been through the worst gift ever received. Now it only stands to reason we discuss the best gift ever received.
The best.
Alec Cranston. Well, it was probably the second rocket ship, but what was it?
I would say the second rocket ship. The best gift I ever received. And Jen and I, we were talking about this on the way in too, where we were saying it doesn't necessarily mean it was the nicest thing or most expensive thing you received, but just like the biggest surprise. I think for me, it was one of those times where like I said, I thought the gifts were done, and then all of a sudden my mom was like, "Whoa, I think there's something in the office." This is back when we lived in Herring Cove, and she was like, "There's something in the office," and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And it's still dark because I'm up at 6 a.m. wanting to open gifts, right? Oh, same Christmas. I'll never forget this. Let me just sidebar here because it's funny. I remember like I sucked at like waking up early because I would think I want to open my gifts when I was a little kid. And my dad just like would want to have sleep, right? And I remember one time it was like 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. The sun was coming up. And I woke up and I saw my dad was awake, and I was like, "Did Santa come yet?" And it's light out. And my dad goes, "Nope, not yet. Go back to bed." And I was mortified. Like the sun is up, and he's telling me Santa hasn't come yet. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, that's the old version of the Amazon delivery truck where it says delivered by 10 p.m. and you're like, it's 9:45. It isn't here, and then it finally says it will come, rescheduled till tomorrow.
Exactly.
But did Santa come that year?
Santa did come. So I walk in the office, turn the light on, and there's a Pittsburgh Penguins jersey, Sidney Crosby, signed, hanging. I think it was signed, hanging from the ceiling, with a little note saying like my aunt Stephanie had helped. I hate to use this word, procure the gift. Like she found a way to help get it signed. I don't even know.
Secretly, your dad was down there the night before with
Yeah.
a lithograph out.
That's waking up at 7 a.m. He was just down there, like probably big buzz on, trying to figure out Sidney Crosby's signature.
He was like, "Shit, it doesn't have a Y in it." And when you get it, you're like, "Dad, it's SI."
It is SI. His name is spelled SI.
Oh, okay, I got the joke wrong.
Yeah.
You can tell how little I know about hockey. Is it SID?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
No,
man.
my joke was that your dad spelled it SYD.
He said it
Why
right.
do
Oh,
You were wrong.
SYD.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm the one in the wrong.
No, it's okay.
I really jumped
Like
in like
Sydney-
the white there. I was
like
like, no, he was
Sydney,
right.
Nova Scotia.
He was right for once. What are you
That's
talking
funny.
about?
I've really been right. So you got the
Jersey,
the
hockey jersey. Yeah, awesome.
Jenna,
Mm-hmm.
best Christmas gift.
I don't really have a great story, I don't think. Mine's a similar to him. I called my mom on the way here, and I was trying to confirm if I got a cat before. Confirmed no. So that wasn't my favorite gift, but I'd made that up for myself that I got a cat. But I think
Like
my
that you
favorite
had a cat or for Christmas?
for Christmas.
Oh, not that the existence of the cat might not really be real.
No.
You didn't imagine your childhood contained a cat. And you're like, "Mom, I got to call you and ask you this question." Didn't we, like, for the first 15 years of my life, I was convinced there was this black furry thing in the house. And your mother's like, "Yeah, it was a footstool." You're like, "Well, I'm sure I'd taken it to the vet."
The funny thing is that would happen with them.
Okay, so you're confirming, you said, "Mum, did we have a cat for Christmas?"
If I got a cat for Christmas. To be fair, I grew up with like 10 different cats because we at any one time we had like 2 to 4 cats.
What was their name for all of them?
Salem. Spelled differently, like
it was a
3
black cat,
different
clearly.
times. Yeah, it was a black cat. Anyways, I didn't get a cat for Christmas. I confirmed that. But I think my favorite was just one Christmas, same thing. Got to the end of like opening presents. I had 2 older brothers that were tormenting me because I hadn't really gotten much so far. And so the Christmas gift opening part of the day was over, and they were like, "Oh, like, I guess you weren't good that Christmas. That's why you got nothing compared to us." Like, I'm like sitting there crying as like a kid or teenager or whatever. Anyways, and then later on that, like literally after breakfast, like my parents really made me wait this out. They like went around the corner and I had like I think it was a computer.
Or a cat.
Yeah. Or a cat.
It could have been either.
I'm not sure. But anyways, it was a surprise. The surprise.
I
was-
think
a
we have a
surprise.
cat named
That was a good
Charlie. I'm
part.
not 100% sure. Our
You
cat.
do. You show me pictures. I can confirm you guys do own a cat.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was going Oh, Jenna has a
Oh, there we
picture.
go on the
Oh.
homepage of the phone. Oh, you got a
Yeah.
text, by the way,
I
from
did,
yeah.
Terry?
Taylor.
Taylor,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, it's soccer.
Swift.
Are you going to soccer tonight?
Yeah.
Soccer is on.
Yeah. Soccer's happening. You're going.
That's
to.
late for
I have
soccer.
Alex
to
is
watch
going
her
to.
play. Oh, he's
9
going to go
p.m.
watch? Okay.
9 p.m. soccer day.
Mhm.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's a gift in of itself.
Mhm.
Jen, favorite Christmas gift?
I honestly can't think of one.
Wow, memorable. I've obviously created many Christmas
You've given
memories
a lot
over
of
the
good
years.
ones.
No, it's not that. I like all. Of
I
my
bought you a
gifts.
car.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. No.
I was like, oh my gosh.
I actually I think I have like favorite birthday gifts, but Christmas it all kind of just blends into one.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do mine then. This is odd. Maybe Alec and Jenna here, our younger contingent, will find this really weird. I had the internet for Christmas one year. I kid
As a
you not.
gift?
Well, this is when we had to hardwire a home to receive the internet. My parents hardwired the home one day when we were at school. The company came in, and for Christmas, they gave my brother and I an envelope which announced that the home was now connected to dial-up And we both had an email address. And at the time, I had one friend. His name was Dan. Dan had an email address, and I had to call him to get his email address. And then we emailed each other all Christmas. So I received the internet for Christmas.
Wow.
So old I am, and it was a very big deal.
Wow.
Thank God you got internet. Really happy for you.
Destroyed me eventually.
The things you found.
Oh, wait till they gave me Wi-Fi and a laptop with a battery that lasted more than an hour.
Oh, more than an hour.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, all great gifts and terrible gifts.
I feel kind of bad for that. I didn't give her.
No, it's okay. I'm
It was a
pleased
hard
nothing
thing
I've
to
given you
answer.
is
It was
memorable.
hard.
And let's
No,
whip
no.
around with this one because this is a really easy one.
No, the only thing I will say is this year you did give me Taylor Swift tickets. Not for Christmas, but it was one of the best gifts I've ever
I actually
received.
got you 6 Taylor Swift tickets
Yes,
for 2
you
of us
did.
because we played around with pricing and with seating levels so much that we ended up with 6 tickets for 2 people.
Where are you going?
Got to Cardiff in Wales.
Oh,
Right next to,
wow.
next to where my parents live. So
Very
it's very
cool.
easy
Yeah,
we've got-
for us.
We got front and center, not front and center, but in upper bowl. But it
No,
is front and
mid
center.
bowl or upper bowl?
any,
No, we're
any
upper bowl.
seat's a good seat.
But they're front
Wow.
row upper bowl, so, and like right looking at the stage. So
That's so exciting.
any
Yeah.
seat's a good seat.
Taylor and I are going to be staring right at each other.
Right near in her
That's a good
eyes.
gift.
That is
That
pretty
can
good.
count.
Oh my gosh.
That counts.
I'll take the credit. Thank you all. Very
Hey,
welcome.
There we
Good
go,
job.
James. Way to
Yeah.
go. Way to go.
Christmas favorite holiday drink. So Alex's list here says favorite holiday drink
the
of
last on
choice.
my
This
list.
is a really easy one. We're just banning the E word. No one's going to say eggnog because everyone's expecting you to say it. So if that was your answer, you can keep it. I'm kidding.
No, it's okay.
Jenna looks disappointed. Jen looks happy. Alex looking at his phone, and I look gorgeous. So we'll go this way again. Jenna.
I'm gonna say eggnog.
Okay.
I gotta say it. I'm a milk drinker, and so it's like a better version of milk. Add in, and you can do basically any liquor with it. You can do vodka. You can do a spiced rum.
You're not lactose intolerant.
I'm,
at
no,
all, you-
Absolutely not. No.
She
so,
loves milk.
so do you.
I do love milk, but
You drink
Wow.
it just as
no,
much
but
as
you
I
walk.
do.
Listen, late at night, you walk downstairs. The fridge is cracked open. Light from the fridge is shining. She got the full 2-liter jug of milk. Right raw from the.
You
from
gotta
the
get
thing.
that calcium.
She loves the milk, but
There's no shame in the milk game.
there's no just like. But she doesn't hide it, right? Like your brother Mitch, who's a closeted milk drinker.
He is.
Mitch,
It's really,
closeted
really
milk
sad.
drinker. He'll double fist 2 milk jugs and just all over.
One hand on each other.
Yeah.
Hope he sees that visual.
It's your turn, Alec. Yeah, what's the tipple? Do you use that phrase in Canada? Tipple?
Tipple?
I do, but
It's a British phrase.
I've
Yeah.
never
So-
heard that one.
This isn't gonna help. Yeah, so I love milk. A White Russian.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite holiday drink. So a Kula, milk and vodka and ice.
I like say vodka again.
Vodka.
Do you know why the Russians? This is true. Do you know why the Russians drink so much vodka? So I watched this amazing YouTube channel about this guy. It's called Bald and Bankrupt. He's this British guy who goes around all the former Soviet countries and all through Russia. And you go into the grocery stores in Russia, and there's about 10 aisles of vodka. And I didn't realize this. They have that reputation. We all say vodka, Russia. It's because the healthcare is so poor in Russia that the majority of people intoxicate in the evenings to take pain away. So in this country where we have access to free and easy pain control, if you have chronic pain, you have a chronic back problem or whatever, you can deal with it with painkillers. But that's so hard to access in Russia that they consume lots and lots of vodka for pain control. So that I learned that this year. It's my big win of 2023.
Well done, man.
Context
Good to have
is
a win. That's
Russian
unreal.
bug. So you're a White Russian. I used to do a lot of all grain homebrew beer. So I always used to brew a batch of beer for our Christmas party.
Oh, do you still brew the batch?
I don't. Yeah, and I used to bring it into work all the time and share it with people. I'd bring boxes. I literally used to bring boxes of this stuff in for 24 cans in bottles in a box. I bring 4 or 5 boxes in every year, but I haven't done it because I've been a little bit busy. So I will drink whatever my father-in-law brings. Probably my father-in-law spent a lot of time in Europe growing when he was younger, as did my wife. No, you play with.
I wanted to play
with
This
that
is
white
supposed
ball.
to be favorite, not just what you drink.
No, so I'm saying it's the content.
Should we clarify?
What's around? Yeah.
Milk. No, I'm kidding. It's the water of the water.
You
Sorry,
like a dark and stormy.
I
that's
love
your
dark
favorite
and I
drink.
love dark and stormy, but I like the kind of Christmas Eve party, pouring the beer and closing
He brings
the door.
the Heineken keg. That's what
He
my,
brings a
my
Heineken
dad
keg.
always
That's
brings.
a good
So you get to
one.
feel like you're working at a bar, but no one tips you. Jen,
Yeah.
what's your favorite?
I really like either hot chocolate with like a rum cream in it. JD Shore make a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Or just red wine. It's classic, perfect for winter. Those are mine.
So we all know what to buy each other.
Speaking of drinks, are you guys going to the Cushman holiday Christmas party?
Oh, well, we can
are.
keep this on the record. I went to our Moncton reception last week.
I noticed that, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a
How was it?
FaceTime call at, I don't even know what time
I
it was.
was back in the room at 4:30 in the morning.
Big night.
Dude.
It was a big night. Did we feel that? Whenever, but we had a wonderful time. So for people out there, we have a very big Halifax reception. We love our Cushman family, and it's a great chance to bring everyone together from our many Atlantic offices in all 4 provinces. But there is a Moncton one that takes place typically the week before,
Yeah.
and it was touted to me as the kind of refined, elegant sort of precursor to the Halifax
what it's
one.
supposed
But
to
it was
be.
busy, and it's one of the big pinnacle events in the Moncton
we
business
let our
holiday
clients go to
calendar.
that one, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize going there how many people like this is a tradition every year. But then, we work very hard in our industry. We also socialize well together. So one thing led to another, and 4:30 happened. So
Hey, that's the holidays, man. That's
Yeah.
good. And now you get to do it again in 2 days. 3
now
days.
we're going to do it again in 2 days. What I have done as well this year, guys, I have brought my Halifax True and False, which I did last year. Do you want to play Halifax True and False? Okay, so anyone who didn't listen to the last episode, where were you? Last
Why
year.
didn't you subscribe?
You loser. But what we do is I give a bunch of little facts about Halifax, and everybody around the table has to say if they're true or false. The only rule is that Jen goes last, because if anything is true, it may be something that she's heard before, so she could influence our 2 other esteemed.
James
Fair.
is
I
a
think that's
repository of facts.
Okay, so I got
And I
a
have
few
to hear
here. You
them.
ready? Well, I'm going to smile when I read these because they're just plain ridiculous.
Alec can't be on his phone and
Sorry.
be Googling.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So here's number 1, true or false. We're gonna go Jenna, Alec, Jen. Okay, number 1. Drivers in Halifax always drove on the left-hand side of the road, switching one Sunday morning on the 15th of April, 1923, to the right-hand side of the road. They always drove on the left, and then one Sunday they started driving on the right. Jenna.
I'm going false.
Okay.
It's so specific. I hate when you do this. I'll stick with her. False.
False. Okay. Jen.
I actually don't know. I'm going to say true.
It is true.
Oh, you mother.
People
it
in
is.
this city always drove on the left, and the regulations changed on the 15th of April, 1923. So nobody can manage to drive on the right-hand side properly. How the heck did they say, as of tomorrow? Maybe there weren't so many cars. As of tomorrow. Do you want the British accent again?
Yes.
Dear, welcome to CBC Wireless Radio to inform all of our automobile commanders out there. At 9 o'clock tomorrow, Sunday, 15th of April, 1923, you shall be required to drive on the right-hand side of the road, and don't screw it up.
You sound like you should be in
Imagine-
Neptune or something. That's great.
So that they did that. Now the other interesting thing, this is true as well, Jen. This is one of my favorite facts. At one point, there was only 2 cars in the state of Ohio, going back 100 years, and they had a head-on collision, and the one guy died. Can you believe that? The
That's
only
Is
2.
this a true
This is
false?
true. No, this is
No,
true.
no,
This, I'm
okay,
saying
no.
the only 2 vehicles in the state of Ohio had a head-on at one point when cars were new. Had a head-on collision. They were both going to a local fair, and they turned a corner and had a head-on collision. Isn't that crazy? That's true.
Crazy.
All right, number 2. Okay, I smile because they're all just so crazy, and I can't remember myself if they're true or false. Okay, so this was in 1779. Halifax was named Halifax after the British Earl of Halifax. Halifax was the town in the UK. However, to take the namesake, the Earl of Halifax in the UK demanded that the new town, i.e. our Halifax, the council, or the new council, sent a gift worth a minimum of $200, which was a lot back then. The first effective mayor at the time, a gentleman called James Gerald Scott, went one step further and paid to build a pub in Halifax in the UK, which still stands and is aptly titled the Sail and Anchor. So to summarize, the Earl said, I will gift you my peerage, use the name. You have to provide something for our town in return, minimum of $200, a lot of money. And they did one better and built a pub, which you can go today, and it's all very Atlantic Canadian themed.
Can
Jenna.
I ask a question?
You can
Was
ask
that
a
all one-
question.
Sorry, go.
Or can we rule out that like you could have just changed like a very specific detail of a story, or is like the entire
The entire story will be BS.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no
Okay.
hard. They either
like
hand.
there's not, you know what I mean? It's not like
He said
One
Tuesday
letter.
was
Yeah.
Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah, it was
it's
actually
not-
the 14th of April,
Good to know.
1923. They
Yeah.
switched driving. You're wrong. So did the first town council in Halifax build a pub
in
I'm gonna
repayment.
say yeah.
Okay, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jen?
Again, I don't know these, but it sounds like it could be either, but I'll say false only because I think you would have tried to go there.
Okay. It is false.
Oh
I made
my
that one up,
God.
sat at my desk this afternoon.
Wow, I worked hard today.
I did.
Match made in heaven.
Here's
These
number
two.
3.
I'm sorry. That's why I go last.
Number 3. Bayers Lake contains a phenomenon known as Bayers Lake Mystery Walls. A 150-meter wall and 5-sided building deep in the woods off Chain Lake Drive, with no known age or origin. Researchers speculated it could be everything from an old sheep pen to an unrecorded military installation. The walls are a protected archaeological site, designated under Nova Scotia's Special Places Act.
False.
False? Okay. Reason?
It's just so wildly specific that I feel like you must
There
have made
was
it
an
up.
potential archaeological special interest
I feel
site.
like I would have heard of it,
Okay.
maybe. If it
True.
was that special.
Saying true? True. Host the couple have always sided with each other. Now they're... Jen?
Just means one of us will be right.
I don't know. I don't care if I'm wrong. I think I'm going to say false only because it sounds like something you would have told me before.
Okay, it's true.
Oh,
And
really?
you can visit it. So Bayers Lake Mystery Walls, this is the quick descriptor, is enigmatic stone structures and walls of unknown origin and age. People think they could be thousands of years old. They include a small 5-sided building and a 150-meter wall made from ironstone rocks. The purpose remains a mystery, with theories ranging from a sheep pen to a military installation. So there's been quite a lot of research. There is existence of them dating back to 1762 in town records, but people believe they could also be thousands of years old, indicating some of the original settlers in our area. And off Chain Lake Drive, it's in the woods, and you'll see photos online. It's like a little hut and wall, and there's no information about them.
Have you visited this place?
No.
Are
I've
you
told
going
you
to?
about it before, though, Jen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I must have tuned you out.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm
How
sorry.
many random facts like this do you get?
A lot.
We're getting through
lot.
these. Number 4, Halifax is closer to Dublin, Ireland than it is to Victoria, British Columbia. So right now we are closer to all the people getting legless in Dublin than we are to our fellow Canadians out west.
True.
True.
I think that's true.
A full house, true. In fact, I'm closer to
Phew.
my parents in Wales than we are to,
Wow.
to Victoria.
Crazy.
Okay, the founding father of the United, this is number 5, founding father of the United
5
States.
of how many?
Say again?
5 of how many?
5 of 52, 5 of 6.
You're like, we're here all night.
Yeah, we'll be here for a while. Founding father of the U.S., Benjamin Franklin, owned land in Enfield. This was because parts of Atlantic Canada at one point considered establishing status as a 14th colony of the now United States to try and overthrow British rule during the Revolution. So there were 13 colonies that joined the Revolution and tried to overthrow British rule. They were, the Coles notes here is they were going to try to establish Nova Scotia as a 14th. And for that reason, Benjamin Franklin bought land in Enfield.
I'm going to go false.
False? Okay. Just sounds too crazy?
Yeah. Sounds like just something you'd make up.
Okay.
But they all do, so.
False.
False?
I'm going to say false because Benjamin Franklin was on The Office.
Was on The
And I
Office?
feel like that's where you got that.
I'm Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, that was true. That was true.
Ah.
Benjamin Franklin bought land in Enfield to establish what could have been a base to try to overthrow
Have
the
you
British.
told me that one too?
No.
Oh, okay.
And this is the last one here. This could, there's no established order like true, false, truth. So this could be anything. So this is our last one. 6 of 6. Halifax Regional Municipality legally registers its buses in New Brunswick due to a Nova Scotia law which would otherwise require them to limit their speeds to 40 kilometers an hour. By registering our buses out of the provinces, the buses can travel faster, including on highways such as the Cirque, to increase the efficiency of their service. So the question now becomes, if you look at a Halifax bus, have you ever looked at the license plate to notice that it is registered in New Brunswick, even though it's a Halifax bus? So do you think Halifax registers its buses in New Brunswick to drive them faster?
This is a dumb question, but a clarification.
Oh, your question.
Wow, I thought you were really
No,
going
no.
for it.
You can ask clarification questions. You can ask clarification questions.
No. It's like, wow, Jenna. She's like, I'm done with this. I'm done with these facts.
Just roast him at the end.
yeah.
Clarification. If you register your car in New Brunswick, your license plate has to say New Brunswick, or is it like your permit inside your dash.
No, it's the Halifax buses have New Brunswick plates on them.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's
because
no
you
way.
can if you have obviously a business interest or a residence, the rules don't apply. Where you have to, I think you can drive for 12 weeks, isn't it? Then you have to switch to a Nova Scotia plate when you move here. But the key here is that they have an agreement with Nova Scotia, with New Brunswick, because we're all part of the Atlantic provinces. Otherwise, Nova Scotia public transit vehicles would be governed at 40 kilometers an hour, which means they would deliver slower service. So are our buses registered in New Brunswick?
I'm saying false.
You're
I
saying
feel like
false?
I would have noticed that.
I'm saying false. I feel like they couldn't get around that. That's not like that loophole. No, that's BS. No.
Okay, that's BS, Jen.
I don't know again. It sounds like something you could make up, but I think I'm going to say false.
Okay, well, it is tremendously false.
Very good.
Well done, everyone. We had a good mix there. Nobody looks like a mug. You all got some right. You all got some wrong. I was the idiot for writing them.
No, it's good. It's a fun game, a fun tradition. It's good. You did it last year, right?
I just don't know where you
Yeah.
come up with
It's
this
insane.
stuff.
Crazy. It's insane.
Insane as the crane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
insane
that's
as
what-
the crane.
The
Yeah,
bus
James
one.
is a
I don't
The
know.
one that threw everybody last year was that Halifax Airport was an emergency landing site for the shuttle, that if it had to abort on
I
liftoff,
was right
it would
on
land
that
in Halifax. And you all went no, and it was true.
I got that one just because
And
you
on
have
launch
told me
days
that.
for the shuttle, they couldn't. For the 20 minutes either side of the shuttle launches, they couldn't have any aircraft movements because they had to keep the runway clear. Because even though the shuttle is down in Florida, of course, it would arrive in Halifax minutes after liftoff. So that was true. But
Do you just like Google a bunch of random facts about Halifax?
yeah,
all the
if you go
time?
through my internet history, it says weird unknown facts about Halifax, and then the rest comes from this weird brain.
Interesting.
Well, what are you guys up to for? You know, we're getting towards the end of the show here. What are you guys up to for Christmas? Just laying low, big family.
No, not laying low.
Big family. We've got events starting on the 21st. Or at
No, it
least,
starts with the Cushman Christmas party.
yeah, I
that's-
meant like
Oh, family stuff.
like back-to-back events, the 21st all the way through to the 27th. Every
And
single
as young
night.
professionals as well, we can all say there's a heck of a lot of stuff. I've
There's
got
so much
4 nights
stuff.
this week. Tonight, oh no, tonight would be one of the 4, and then 3 other nights this week just client receptions,
yeah.
stuff to do. So
yeah,
busy.
we got because we're going at the Cushman party, and then the 21st, 20th, and my Christmas game's the 23rd. We got Christmas, Boxing Day, 27th as well, and then we go away the 29th. We're going away for a week.
very
Oh,
nice.
where are you going?
Punta Cana.
Oh,
Yeah.
Last
I'm
minute
so
trip.
jealous.
Punta
My entire
Cana.
family booked. We haven't all gone
Oh.
down south together for, oh my gosh, I don't even know,
I haven't gone with their family yet, so we'll
like
see how this goes.
8 years we haven't gone.
Well,
all on one trip
I
together.
never take a lot of vacations with Jen's family. You get I think family is great to travel with. It is, you know, it's continuity of everything you know. No,
he's,
I'm
he's lying through his
No,
teeth.
I've enjoyed
He
it.
can't stand going.
I love nothing
He's like,
more
is this recording?
than being
Yeah.
in a Floridian house in a retirement community with my in-laws.
They have
We-
they have rigid routines. When
No,
they're
but we
there.
used to spend like a lot of time in the US prior to things getting busy here. And I had my business before real estate. We would spend a lot of, when we January, February, a lot of time in Florida. And with family though, it's nice. So you know, you
it's
have to be on your best behavior, but you'll have.
But it's nice
you'll
to have a
lot of
trip
fun.
to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't have anything booked besides Taylor Swift.
No,
and
gonna
June.
go
Yeah.
to see Taylor Swift, but we don't have an exciting
pretty
new
sweet.
year though, do we?
No, it's going to be a.
Jen will be ramping
A
up her
couple of
party soon,
frozen,
which is going to be just pandemonium. I mean, in a good way for like.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about next year. I just meant January, February will be pretty bleak.
Yeah, no, I mean, you'll
Good
you know
old
for our
frozen
Christmas, you'll be
Halifax.
getting your party ready to go, and then
Yeah.
after that, we'll let out a big sigh of relief and
I
dance,
I always have
dance
to
as the
rest for
family
a
go.
couple. It's so much work. So I have
And
to
then our
Having a
wedding
party
invites will
is a
go
lot.
out though.
Oh,
And then our wedding and you gotta get
Oh, are you? And I meant, are you guys going to do a save the date, or are you just going straight to the invites?
Straight to invite. I
Straight
think.
to invite.
Straight to
Nice.
invite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking the mold there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
you know, we figure we might as well, and we're gonna probably book it a year in advance, right? So
Yeah.
and just say
Yeah.
screw
Probably
it.
January 2025.
we'll give you the dates we're unavailable.
You're
if
like
you want
this.
to book
You're
it.
like so. There's no excuse
Yeah.
for anyone.
Well, because
for
it's kind of
anyone
like
listening.
where we're going down south. It's like, okay, here's
Oh yeah,
the dates.
you have to.
Here's your window to book. You coming or not?
Well, we did that. You know, we had people come. It was a difference. We didn't travel for our wedding. We brought a lot of people over here from
Oh, right,
overseas,
yeah.
and we were the same. We had to go like 14 months. I think
Two
I arrived in Canada in
2
August.
years, I
No,
think
2
we-
years.
yeah, we
I arrived in
sent out
Canada in
save the
August.
date.
We did it the next month, September, for not the next year, but the year after, because we
Holy.
had people come from Norway, the UK, Turkey. We had a lot of people travel.
Romania.
Romania. So
Oh my gosh.
some people came from Dartmouth.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They had the hardest time
can't even
finding
say
They
it.
did the bridge traffic. They had a longer journey than the people that came from Istanbul. Yeah. So we're wrapping up our holiday episode. It's been a lot of fun. I think we had a lot of fun considering we're sober too.
I noticed
Yeah.
that.
Did you?
I feel like we loosened up.
And I feel like now Jenna and I won't leave and go, what did we say?
Yeah.
Like last year.
Yeah, like last time when we left, we were like,
the rumination last year.
Yeah, we
was
had a
rather
little,
high.
we needed some
it was a
therapy after that
surprise
one.
listening.
No,
to
I
it.
think that went really
After
well
that.
considering we were stone cold sober. Now we might go have a couple drinks after this
Mm-hmm.
with my parents actually, but yeah, it was.
Oh, how's Todd doing? He must be busy with Uber. This time of year.
There it is. We're waiting for it.
Todd Cranston, Halifax's
It's a very
most
busy
famous
time of year.
accidental Uber driver. I told somebody that story the other day, and
It's a good story.
I tell a lot of people that story, and I just think this is one of the funny stories of 2023. But half the people figure it out. But the guy I told it to, I can't remember what it was over lunch, didn't get it, and he just doubled over at the end. So
He's busy. He's busy. Like there's a lot of events going on, so he's getting some good tips and stuff.
yeah,
like that,
I'm
but
sure. We gotta have him on. We gotta have him on. We should do a ride around with Todd, shouldn't we? And
Right.
Oh my
just
God.
drive around and just like a ride along, like a Halifax, a Matter of Fax
like a
ride
carpool
along.
karaoke without the karaoke.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. That sounds like a lot of fun.
And Alec is being the good guy he is, because he's a very principled individual. He's got a lovely end to the show where we should probably discuss some good things that we can do to help others. So charities this time of year, and asking people to buy local. Is there anything you guys typically support?
I mean, I like to buy local, like for like the little stocking stuffers and stuff like that, and like stuff for my mom as well and for Jenna. I mean, Amazon's great, and you can get all these crazy items and stuff, but there are some things, there are some businesses that are really staying afloat here in Halifax, and some that are shutting their doors, and so if it means spending a couple extra dollars to get something local and maybe handmade and near and dear to Halifax, you might as well. And when I'm buying gifts for like my mom and grandmother, like I find that carries a bit more weight too than saying, oh yeah, I bought this off Amazon, or I went to the Bay and got this, or I do like the Bay though, or Walmart.
Oh, I love the Bay.
Yeah, you got a nice coat from the Bay.
I shop in the Bay once. Only time I ever buy clothes, once a year. I get everything 80% off, and I take it to a tailor, and I have them Swift. No, then I have them go through and make it fit properly, and it looks like $1,000 suit, and I paid $200 for it.
It's a good one.
Bay's good.
Yeah, so that's I like supporting local, and then charities and stuff. Like one of my favorite, like what I always recommend people is I'm big on like supporting children over Christmas and stuff like that. It's like when you see a toy drive, if you go into a grocery store and you see a big box of toys, they're collecting them. I've done things where I went and bought like a Spider-Man toy and tossed it in the bin. Like it's $15.
Don't do a Creed Bratton take one out.
What was the year Dwight bought all the dolls and sold them back to everybody?
Princess Unicorn.
And then,
My horn can pierce the sky.
And then
You have to-
Toby wanted to buy the last one from Daryl, and he's like, "Please, you sure you want the?" Yeah,
It is
That was-
even more perfect
That was
than
a tough one to talk about.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's I just want to put that plug in there.
No, I think that's good, and it is a time for we all look at turning our funds to line our the pockets and the trees of our relatives with more crap that they don't need and won't use. So I think if you can divert some funds, Jen and I, for example, not many people know this, but we don't give each other Christmas gifts. We never have.
Really?
We don't do
Wow.
Christmas gifts for each other. No,
No.
we don't. We just we feel, why should we spend the same amount of money on each other for something that we just do nice things. So we don't do that. And
We would
and-
rather have a trip or something. Or
Yeah,
you
so
know.
try to think about others this time of year. Be a good person, and happy holidays, I suppose.
Happy holidays. I'd like to leave us with a vocal tune. First of all, thank you.
Yes, to our ladies.
Jen-
a big round of applause,
Jenna
Alec.
coming
It's just going to be the
Thanks for
two of us
having that for us.
schmucks next time.
I know. with
I want me to
Every
handle
year.
it,
We'll
Alec.
get better every year.
Yes, it's going great. So I'll leave you all with this. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
We want the rest of the song.
Wow.
No, keep going.
Wow. That was a lot.
That's a good end right there, actually.
There we go.
All right, guys, that was fun.
Thank you once again for tuning in to the Matter of Fax podcast.
But you can get more of us. You can subscribe on any good podcast provider. You can follow us on Instagram at Matter of Fax Podcast. And for all that great feedback and abuse, you can send it by email to halifaxpodcast@gmail.com.
And of course, you can always find James, Collins, and I on the internet.
Please do get in touch, and we look forward to seeing you next time.